Neil Gaiman's Wibbly Wobbly Easter, you can't say Space Marines anymore, brand new Stargate, and a short interview with author Cory Doctorow coming up on Monstrosity. Welcome to Monstrosity, the show that covers the news in the fields of horror, sci-fi, and fantasy. The Cory Doctorow interview is coming up next, but first, some lightning-fast genre news. It's official, author Neil Gaiman's second Doctor Who episode has a name, The Last Cybermen. As reported in an interview at themusic.com.au, the episode ushers in Season 7B, which timey-wimeys your TV on Easter Sunday. As reported at Giant Freakin' Robot, the company Games Workshop, creators of the Space Marine game, is claiming copyright on the actual term Space Marines, meaning that no one else can use the phrase in print, books, ebooks, movies, TV, or anything else. In December 2012, Games Workshop convinced Amazon.com to stop selling the indie ebook Spots the Space Marine, written by MCA Hogarth. The term Space Marines has been used hundreds of times throughout the course of science fiction, but Games Workshop thinks it's theirs worldwide forever. Would you like to learn more? Google Space Marines plus Games Workshop plus douchebags. As reported at IGN.com, new Stargate is finally here. As another TV series? No, as a game for mobile phones and tablets. No news on when Stargate SG-1 Unleashed will actually be unleashed, but the trailer is on YouTube. The words Cory Doctorow and the internet go hand in hand. Doctorow is a Campbell Award-winning science fiction author and co-editor of Boing Boing, one of the world's biggest blogs. Doctorow's 2008 young adult novel, Little Brother, looked at how a very visible disaster could lead to a worst-case scenario of a police state in America. The book was a smash hit, leading to the sequel, Homeland, which was released on February 5th. Cory, for Homeland, did you feel the need to reinforce that same message you covered in Little Brother, or did you take the series into a new area?
Homeland is a novel about a different kind of disaster and a different kind of response. It's a book in which the disaster is one that some people don't even think has happened. It's an iconopocalypse, the kind of slow disaster where suddenly your parents can't afford their car anymore and people are losing their jobs and you can't find a job and you have to drop out of university because you can't afford the student debt, and you're getting more and more worried. And at the same time, it seems like there's more and more people who seem to think that they should be allowed to look at you from inside your computer. There's hackers and cops and people involved in lawful interception and spooks who are compromising our computers and our devices to spy on us.
You've given talks on how organizations like companies, schools, and even the government are actively using spyware to see what we're doing on our computers, even turning on our computers' cameras without our knowledge. Does Homeland tie into that fear?
It's a novel where the world isn't divided into the outside, where people are spying you, and the inside, where you use awesome computers to stop being spied on. It's a lot more complicated. It's a world where computers are not just things that help you, but things that also act as a kind of ankle cuff that you can't get loose from.
Give us a verbal tweet on Homeland.
Homeland, sequel to Little Brother. Marcus is older, wiser, and more scared, and he should be.
You're supporting Homeland with a book tour?
22 cities. I'll be on tour until about March the 2nd or 3rd.
Cory also gave us a tour of all the crazy stuff he's got in his writerly office. We'll show that in a special episode of Monstrosity. We'll be back next week with more news in the world of genre entertainment, which is horror, sci-fi, and fantasy. Why not subscribe to this show? Do it!